The showdown, the ultimate head-to-head shooter match is here. Battlefield 1 versus Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. But which one will reign supreme this year? Hey guys, what's up? It's Robbie and we're taking a look at two of the biggest shooters coming out in 2016, comparing their graphics engines. And since we all know gameplay is far more important than graphics, we'll be comparing those two. Below, I've included a poll in the description below so you guys can get in on this and you can vote for your most anticipated shooter out of these two. Is it Battlefield 1 or Call of Duty Infinite Warfare? So get to it. Let me know which one you are mostly excited for. Now, I'm going to give a fair, objective assessment here of the graphics without giving too much favoritism to one game, so that means you guys will be the judge, jury, and executioner here. So to the graphics engines, and we're going to start out with Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Now, the one new feature Infinity Ward has talked about with their new updated graphics engine is the lighting engine, which supports high dynamic ranged lighting, which is a fancy smancy way of saying that the new lighting engine will preserve details in contrasted areas. And Infinite Warfare also totes great animation for non-human characters, that is the robots. They look really cool. And I admit that can be quite a challenge to capture and get right. Now, 0G also looks like it's going to be represented well here. Now, the level of fidelity in textures, especially at a distance, as well as certain camera filters, just isn't on the level of the Battlefield 1 trailer. Now, some minor anti-aliasing issues are still present, which does surprise me, especially on spacecraft in the distance. You can also note it here on the stairs. But the game's art style, especially on new planets, which we can see here appears to be Mars, looks pretty damn sexy. It's very appealing, the fact that we will be able to go to other planets. The highlight of the Call of Duty engine, though, is definitely the character models, which look great. The engine will be pushing seamless environments with no load times from ground to air to space, so that is something to really consider, and it is quite the undertaking indeed. But they have mentioned that specifically for single player. No details if that will be making it into multiplayer. Now, on to Battlefield 1. DICE, they are experts at something called programmetry. That means they are able to capture the smallest bit of details on uniforms, landscapes, and the like, and it definitely shows. This is the Frostbite engine, the same engine that powers Battlefront and previous Battlefield games. Of course, they are pushing the texture resolution here even further. One thing Call of Duty Infinite Warfare did not show is their water effects, by the way. In Battlefield 1, they look absolutely gorgeous. Destruction is also making a big return apparently and will be far more detailed than Battlefield 4. Think a cross between Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 4. And the biggest advantage of Battlefield 1's engine is how it's managing to sustain details on all levels from close up to a distance. This game isn't holding back at all. And there's no anti-aliasing issues to speak of thus far, although this was a reveal trailer and not a true actual gameplay demonstration. Now, Battlefront was also great at limiting anti-aliasing though, which honestly should be non-existent in this day and age. I absolutely hate anti-aliasing problems. Of course, there's more to these graphics engines, but let me know which one stands out to you. Also, remember to vote in the description below. Now, on to what really matters, and that is gameplay. We'll start out with Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which is promoting an innovative chain-based movement system with a focus on boots-to-the-ground warfare. That means we won't be seeing vehicular warfare in this one in multiplayer. We may see some vehicles, of course, in single player. As said in the Call of Duty livestream, they want to retain what makes Call of Duty, well, Call of Duty. It seems like from the gameplay in the trailer, we might be seeing the return of thruster packs, but wall running would be absent. There's no word if the specialist system from Black Ops 3 will be making a return or not, but expect new 0G combat in space and the use of some sort of grappling device to get around, as well as the thruster pack. Now, 12 or so players will likely be the total player count, giving it a more arena-based feel than Battlefield 1, but that is what Call of Duty is really known for, and if you're into, you know, the more 1 versus 1 action, that's what you're going to like. Now, if there's one thing that Call of Duty does right, is the feeling behind the guns. It's usually fast, frantic, and responsive. For Battlefield 1, we'll be seeing a wide variety of vehicles introduced into the 64-player infantry warfare. These include biplanes, horses, small tanks, heavy tanks, armored cars, and other World War I death machines. Of course, you cannot forget the Zeppelin, which could be used as a bomber, it seems. Now, that has not been 100% confirmed, but of course, I think the Zeppelin will play a big role in the game. Now, Battlefield 1 will feature more weapons and vehicles than Battlefield 4, which is absolutely insane. Gameplay will also focus around the use of gas and gas masks, plus a refined melee system which will offer melee weapons like bayonets, trench clubs, and spades. These will have their own unique attributes, and some will have heavy, light, and medium attacks. And Battlefield 1 will also support 4 classes, including the Medic, Support, Scout, and Assault. Now, not much is known for game modes, but both Call of Duty and Battlefield will support multiplayer and single player. However, Call of Duty will have a full-blown co-op zombie mode. You know, I think that Battlefield 1 has to have a stellar co-op mode and single player, which have been lacking big time in the previous Battlefield games. To compete against, you know, the likes of Call of Duty, they need to go all in. One big requested community feature, by the way, for Battlefield is a co-op dinosaur mode of all things, and that's because of all those previous dino teases. Of course, it might be wiser to play it safe and offer a co-op mode embedded in the World War I setting because, well, it just looks so damn badass. I'll keep you guys updated to see if we'll see a co-op mode for Battlefield 1, of course, but historically, Battlefield games have always supported some sort of co-op. So guys, there you have it, the ultimate shooter showdown. Which one will reign supreme this year? Call of Duty Infinite Warfare or Battlefield 1? Let me know what you guys make of this. Get to voting again. In the description below, you will find a link to a poll and with results which update over time. So check that out. Come back and see how the poll is performing. Thanks guys so much for watching. And if you are new, subscribe for more Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. And I will see you guys later.